going to be making a Christmas tree today, but after the Christmas tree's made, it can be converted into a set of coasters. So I've got some colours that I'm going to be using from Homeware Designs. I've got Avo, Willow and Holly Green. I've also got red and yellow from Buin Nicole. And I'm going to be using the Magic Pour from Let's Resin. So this is a 3:1 that's measured by weight, but I'm not going to measure it. I'm just going to eyeball it. So it's starting to add the water first, and then I'll add the powder to the water. Pop some of that in there. And then get that mixed together. I'm going to start with this piece of the mould first, and I'm going to start with the willow. So I'm just going to keep this a block colour. So just add in a few drops of that into there, and then get that mixed in thoroughly. And then we're just going to pour that straight into these 3 moulds here. So that one, and that one, so that's those all topped up. I've got a bit left over in there, and I'm not sure if I can change that colour to a different colour. I was going to do that bit red, so I can't really do that. So I'll find something else for that leftover, and then we can mix up some more for that one and the star. With my leftover resin, I'm just going to use that, not resin, sorry, eco. I'm just going to use that in these bow moulds. So I'm just going to pop that in there. Don't want to waste anything, so always have a little extra mould by your side just in case. So I think we'll probably get all 6 out of this. And this is a little pretty mould for making bows, so I don't mind having some extras of these. They always come in handy. Right, last one going in there. And I've still got a little bit left, so I'll find something for that, and then I'll see you back in a minute. I've mixed up some more of the Magic Pour, and I'm going to add to that some of the red pigment. So let's pop some of that into there, and then get that mixed in. And this is going to be what's going to be the base of the Christmas tree. That's a bit too pinky, I think. Get that out of there. Let's add a bit of the ruby. Let's see if we can change this colour a bit. Pop some of that into there, and then get that mixed in. Still a bit on the pink side. What else have I got that I can put in there? I think I'll add a bit of the black just to darken that down a bit, I think. Hopefully that won't go too dark. So that's ended up like a sort of plum colour, but that's okay. I think that would go quite nice with green actually. So we'll use that and just go with that. So I'm just going to fill up this mould for the tree base. Oh, that was a good guess, wasn't it? Just the right amount for that. So that's our base done. So lastly, well not lastly, but I'm going to be doing that bit in polyurethane resin, I think. So we're just going to do this little star now. I've mixed up some more of the Magic Pour, and I'm going to add to that some of the yellow pigment. So a couple of drops of that going in there. We'll get that mixed in. Just keeping it all nice and solid colours today, no marbling. So that's all mixed in nice, and then we're just going to fill up this star mould So just going to top that right up to the top. I need to find something for that last little bit, and then I'll see you back in a minute. These are all cured now, and that's the bows. I did end up snapping 2 of them, unfortunately, getting them out the mould. So that's those, but they look really pretty. And a little butterfly that I poured with the leftover as well. Right, so let's get these out. I'll start with the stand. So that's that piece there. Happy with that colour in the end. Then we've got the little star piece. That's pretty, just nice and plain. And then we've got these pieces. So 3 of these pieces, and those holes don't go all the way through. So you have to drill those all the way through. So that will be fun a bit later. And you need 6 of these to make up one piece. So we're going to pour some more now. So I think for the next slot we'll do a different green. We'll do this avocado green. So I'm just going to mix up some more of the magic pour. Let's get some of this into there. Where's my scoop? Oh, it's already there. So I've added some water. Just going to add the powder now. Pop that into there and then get that mixed in. Then I'm going to add a few drops of the Avo. So a few drops of that going in there. And then again mix that in, and we're just looking for a nice solid colour. And then we just get this poured into the moulds. So same again, just topping these all up to the top. That one, and that one. I think this one here could do with a little bit more. There. Oh, I think I'll put a little bit more in that one as well. Right, again, I've mixed up way too much, so I'll find something for that and see you back in a minute. These are all cured up now, and with the leftover of this green, I just made a couple of baubles, and I've just gone over with some gold gilding wax on those and added a gold ribbon. So they're really pretty, aren't they? Nice and simple but effective. Right, so let's get these 3 out now. So nothing special to see, just 3 plain green. And with this particular piece of the mould set, I do need to pour another 3 greens, and then I need to pour, let me think, I need to pour 9 of the white. So I won't put you through me doing all that, and I'm already regretting my life choices with this mould at this point, so I won't put you through that at all. So I think we'll move on to doing this piece next. So for this piece, I'm going to be using polyurethane resin, and I'm going to be using the FC100 in white, and that's from MB Fiberglass. And I've also got some golden brown polyurethane pigment from MB Fiberglass as well. So I'm going to be using that. So I'm just going to add 1/2 first. Let's do, I think maybe 40 of that one, and then I'm going to add the pigment to that and then mix that in, and then that will give me more time once I've added the second part. So I'm going to get that mixed in first. And now I can add the same amount of the second part. So another 40 going in there. And 38, 39, 40. And then give that a good mix. So you've only got about 30 seconds to get this stirred in, so that's why I added it to the first part first of all, the pigment, and then it's already halfway there, isn't it, stirring it in. So just a few more seconds with this, and then we get it poured. You can start feeling that warming up in the pot now, so let's get this poured into here. Hopefully I've made enough. Yes, I think I have. Right. I'm going to find something to stand that up in. I'll probably stand it up in the top of this bottle. So I'll do that and then top it up, and then I'll see you back for demold. I've demolded this part, and I didn't put you through the torture of that. I had to do that in a bowl of hot soapy water. So that's going to go into the base there. So that's the stand of our tree. I've also made some more of these in just white. So I've had to drill all the way through all of these, and I must admit that took forever, but they've all got holes in there now. So let's use some of the Clark's stone and concrete wax to seal these. So I'm just going to put some on a cloth and then give these a good seal. So I'll do that to all of them. You don't really need to see me doing all of that. How many have we got? 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 pieces. So I'll get these all waxed, and then I'll see you back when they're ready to put together. These are all sealed now, and this is the other green that I poured in the beginning, and that's how they look once they're all put together. So I've done that one, so I'll just show you how I did that with this one. So you have 3 of those colours, 3 of the white, and then using this strong and stretchy whatever this is called, like a elasticy thing, you have to thread this through all the holes. So the top sections first, so through that, through that, through that one there, through that one, and that one, and then through that last top hole there. Bring them all together, and then you need to tie a knot in that. So a double knot just to hold that securely. A nice tight knot there. And then I'll do another knot in there, and then cut off that extra there. So that's the first row done, and then you have to do exactly the same with the second row of holes. So again, through all of these, just have to lift that up and pass that through. And then same again, just tie that off in a double knot to hold that all securely together. Oops, let go of that. So another double knot in there. Pull that tight, and then cut off that extra. So that's that one done. So I'll just finish off this last one, and then we can put the rest of it together. These are all put together now. So next, with this base where I've put this stem in, I've got some chips going around there where I've chipped off some of the magic pour. So I thought I'll disguise that a bit by adding some of these little glass chip-ins around the base there. So I'm going to use the Let's Resin UV bonding resin, and this will give it some strength as well. So I'm just going to add some of that around there, and then drop in some of these glass crystal bits, and then cure those into place. And I'm just going to work my way all around the bottom of this base here. So while I'm doing this, I'll just quickly mention that today's video is part of the Saturday Friendship Express that's organised by myself and Susie from Serendipity Resin Creations, Amy from Resin Art by Amy M, and Tina from Pour Resin with Love. And it's also part of the Christmas collaboration that's been organised by Petra. So there will be 2 playlists in the description box, and have a good binge watch of all the lovely videos that have been made for both the train and the collaboration. I think I just need a little bit more down in this area here, so a bit more of that bonding UV going down there, and I'll just pop a few more of those stones onto there, and then cure that, and then we just brush off the ones that haven't stuck afterwards. So that's the base all finished, and I have popped a bit of cork on the bottom of that. So I think with the star, I'm just going to finish this off using a chrome marker pen, and I'm just going to go around the outside edge with this. It'll probably need a couple of coats. So that's the star done. Pretty. So all these 3, they're used as coasters. So you pop your cups on there. But when you don't want to use them as coasters, you put them on the stand. They slide onto there like that. So that one, and then that one goes over the top as well. Let's alternate them round a little bit, and then the final one goes on the top there, and then the little star sits on the top of that. So that's how it looks as a Christmas tree. It's a bit hard to see that like that, so thank you ever so much for watching my video today, and don't forget to check out the playlists, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.